The most dangerous toxic people don't look toxic at all. They look safe, familiar, trustworthy, and that's exactly why they're dangerous. Because by the time you realize something is wrong, you're already emotionally attached. Toxic people don't hurt you all at once. It happens slowly. A comment you ignore, a feeling you dismiss, a pattern you explain away, and little by little, they take your energy, your attention, and your peace. So instead of showing you obvious red flags, I'm going to show you the subtle ones people miss, the ones that quietly pull you in. They leave you feeling drained without doing anything wrong. You talk, you laugh, everything seems normal, but after spending time with them, you feel tired, not physically, mentally, like your energy just dropped for no clear reason, and you try to explain it. Maybe I'm overthinking, maybe I'm just tired, but it keeps happening. That's not random. That's your mind picking up on something your logic hasn't understood yet. Toxic people don't always attack. Sometimes, they just take. They create emotional intensity before trust. They make you feel important very quickly. Too quickly. They open up fast. They connect fast. They make it feel like you've known them forever. But real trust doesn't work like that. Real trust is built slowly. It's consistent. It's tested. It's real. Toxic people skip that part. They create closeness first so you don't question them later. And once you're emotionally invested, you stop evaluating and you start defending. They cross small boundaries and watch your reaction. Not obvious disrespect. Just small things, interrupting you, making jokes at your expense, ignoring what you say, and they watch. Will you speak up or let it slide? If you let it slide, they learn something. You'll tolerate it, and slowly, that behavior grows. If this feels familiar, that's not overthinking. That's pattern recognition. They react strangely to your growth. You start improving your life, your mindset, your confidence, your discipline, and instead of support, something feels off. They go quiet. They change the subject. They downplay it because your growth creates pressure for them. And instead of rising with you, they pull you back without making it obvious. They become inconsistent once you trust them. At first, they're consistent. That's how they build comfort. But once you trust them, they change. They pull back. They become unpredictable. And now you're confused. So instead of questioning them, you start questioning yourself. What changed? Did I do something wrong? And now you're trying to fix something you didn't break. That's the trap. You start explaining their behavior to yourself. They didn't mean it like that. They've just been through a lot. They're not always like this. Maybe that's true, but you're working harder to understand them than they are to treat you right. And that imbalance grows until you're no longer seeing reality. You're seeing the version of them you want to believe in. And finally, you feel relieved when they're not around. That's the clearest sign. When they're gone, you feel lighter, more relaxed, more like yourself. No pressure, no tension, no overthinking, just peace. And that tells you everything. The right people don't drain you. They don't confuse you. They don't make you feel like you need to recover. They feel like clarity, not relief. Toxic people don't start toxic. They start subtle. They show you just enough good to make you ignore the bad. And most people don't get trapped because they're weak. They get trapped because they're patient, understanding, willing to give people chances. But that only works with the right people. With the wrong ones, it becomes the reason you stay too long. The goal isn't to judge people faster. It's to recognize patterns earlier. Because once you do, you stop entering situations you'll later have to escape. So be honest. Which part felt familiar, even if you didn't want to admit